I started out as a U-pick strawberry farm, and Jan and I didn't have a business background. When my kids were young, we were always looking for places and family entertainment stuff, especially in the fall. And there just wasn't a lot available. It's like the kids weren't real excited about buying an apple. And that gave us the motivation to start doing things and batting. And as a startup business, just getting going. Well, the vision for the farm kind of was a work in progress. It wasn't like I, all of a sudden had this big, great idea. When we first got started, pumpkin patches were basically like a big pile of pumpkins off the back of their truck on a corner in the gas station, So the idea of bringing customers out to the farm and actually creating a festival type environment with food and attractions, that was like, wow, that's pretty cool. A hayrack ride out to the pumpkin field. How fun could that be? And our customers were wild about what we were doing, even on a very small scale.
Just south of Highway 370 on 180th Street.
The mission started out as a tent right there. And before a tent, I think we just had some like cardboard tables or something. So, we just started small and evolved organically that way. And it just all grew from there. And there was always a lot of challenges.
We need more pumpkin pies.
Some of the pumpkins are still green.
You know what to do.
I was lucky early on. For one thing, my wife Jan was fantastic on a lot of things where if I wasn't good at it, she was.
Thank you for calling Vala's Pumpkin Patch.
And my mom and dad helped out a lot. My mom was an artist and did a lot of the artwork, and she also liked to cook, so she helped us out with the food. My dad was an electrician, and so he was a handyman and did a lot of stuff for us. And Jan's mom and dad helped quite a bit. And then we had my brother, and early on we found like Deb and Wayne and Larry and Dave and stuff. And so I wouldn't have been very successful if I didn't have these people. Your family is very important. I can't even call you employees. I think of you more as family. And it's also nice having a dog that... But like I said, you're more than employees, and I didn't have a backup for any of you. You guys were it. And that's the point that you hear sometimes on business or anything in life. If you want to do something, just go ahead and do it. Because you'll never learn how to drive sitting in a parked car. And that statement is very true. We're on a turn-of-the-century farm, and like the harvest barn started out as a horse barn when they farmed with horses, and then changed to a dairy barn, and they milk cows, and now we're selling donuts in there. So, but it's cool that we still kept that atmosphere. That barn is still there, and I think it's just so important for especially the younger generation, the kids, knowing that pumpkins come from farmers and not from grocery stores. And also apples come from trees. Well, it's getting kids off the tablet and the internet and all that kind of stuff. And I think it's still important for the kids to go out and run around and get some dirt underneath those fingernails. Oops. And come out and pick your own apples. A tree shows you appreciation of agriculture, and I still think that that's really the core of our business. We're doing a lot of other things now with the rides, walk-through attractions, and entertainment and stuff. We could do all kinds of fancy things, but it's like our employees make the difference, And I think that's been one of our strong points as a business is we have so many great employees. We do feel like we're all family.
It's the best job I've ever had.
Where else are you going to get this experience?
Yeah, I don't know what any of our lives would have been like had we not come to work here.
Well, I think it's making the magical memories and the time you spend with the family. And, that's just what we wanted to do. Bring in something that's generational, family-oriented, and just a place for families to come to have fun. And our employees are having fun too, along with their customers. And our employees like seeing people be happy and help create that happiness. And I think that kind of energy is pretty special. And to Jan, it was more important that we made people happy than made a lot of money.
I just want you to go out there and make a lot of people happy today this fall. Thank you.